Hello and welcome to another first round match. It is Dan Evans versus Holger Rune. And it's a very strong first round, I will say. Dan Evans, former world number 21, was he? 25? Definitely into the top 25 at one point. Holger Rune has been as high as world number 4? World number 5? I don't even remember. Been very high up the rankings at one time, though. I know that for sure. Right now, he's 13th seed. And having a bit of trouble with the stream. I might have to watch the first couple minutes on delay. Dan Evans serving first. There's the forehand away for 15-0 on my bit, but I understand it's ahead of that by a point or so. Be 2 points ahead of it. Hey MJ, hey Vazan, welcome. Welcome. It's annoying when the on-time thing doesn't work, but you have to make do for now. And Dan Evans making do in his opening service game. Beautiful day in New York. 26 Celsius. It's 26 Fahrenheit. It's pretty cold, isn't it? First serves out at 30-15, though. Sunny, clear blue skies. You're making it sound nice. Loads of other matches going on as well as this one. Finally, some tennis started after all the rain delays. I was saying that a little bit later in the afternoon, evening, the rain would kind of subside, and luckily we've got some matches up and running. Is Holger Rune a nice forehand winner for 30-0? So we have Rinderknecht Waltz and Rinderknecht up 2-0. Yema Munar versus Bautista Agut. Bautista Agut a set all, but breakpoint Munar at 3-4 advantage. Thomas Mahatch up 2 sets on Nuno Borges. He made the final in Geneva, losing to Casper Ruud, but still rolling along here as Dan Evans gets to 40-30. And I think we're on time. We've got the stream on time. Dan Evans is held on time now. Did I change? I don't know if I did. I think I have the same shirt, to be honest. Maybe I did. First serve from Rune into the net. So Bautista Agut saved that break point. Mahatch 2 games away up a break, up 2 sets on Nuno Borges. A good straight set win over Portuguese guy, comfortable on clay. Mariano Navone, who's making his slam debut as a seed, like first time that's ever happened. Up 5-2. Third set, a set piece against Krenya Busta. Goffin versus Perricard. Perricard won his first title in Lyon last week as Evans' forehand goes wide. That's 4-all, 40-15 Perricard. Monegasque, Vashro playing against Davidovich Fokina. Davidovich Fokina up 2-1. 5-all there. Fritz up 2-1 on Federico Coria. And up a break in the fourth as well. Hey, Joe, welcome. Nice forehand winner from Rune, taking the ball early for 40 love. Flavio Caboli up. Double break on Medjedovic as well in the first set. 5-1. Medjedovic serving 30-15. Struff, Bruchaga just getting started. As well as this one. Ooh! Linkova Cirstea in a third set tiebreaker. That's interesting. Kruger Korpach. Third set, Kruger serving at 4-5, 40-30 to keep herself in it. Bagrich, Peyton Stearns as well in the thick of it in the third set. 5-6. Madison keys up early break on Zarazua. So all sorts of matches going on now. Glad the tennis is back. No more rain. Hopefully the schedule works out. Dan Evans serving again at 1-0. Yeah, Rune did win easy. Straight sets. 6-3, 6-3, 6-3, 6-4, 6-3 or so against Alves. Hey, Cedric, big up yourself. Hey, Matthew. Any fights? Yeah. Yeah, these two very competitive players. Got any predictions, guys, for this match? I think it could, I mean, Dan Evans isn't exactly a clay court player. You could compete well, though. Forehand to forehand. Backhand slice, Dan Evans. Backhand slice, Rune. Forehand, Dan Evans. Forehand, Rune. Missed it. 15 love becomes 30 love. See, Daniel Evans. Against Rune. Have they played before? No, they've not. Understandable. Rune has only been on tour a year or two. Three years. Come on, Evo, says Jake. Welcome back. Jake is, I think Dan Evans does double fault as you say that. How's Pellegrino doing? I think he's struggling a bit. Yeah. Mariano Navone serving for the third set to be 2-1 up. So he's in a bit of trouble. Rinderknecht does break to serve for the match against Adam Walton. I think Adam Walton's Aussie, not really a clay court kind of guy. Vidic Vakina going to serve for the match as well. So a few matches getting sewn up as this one just gets started. Forehands. Can't get to it. Dan Evans, 30-0. Welcome, Marcus, to the chat. Oh, looks like that Blinkova Cirstea match got wrapped up. Blinkova 10-5, third set breaker, taking out the 28 seed in the first round. Another Blinkova third set breaker in a slam epic, which she wins. Rune returns long. Dan Evans 40-30. First serve out. Double fault from Dan Evans, second of the game. Gotta be a bit better than this. 2 set points. Ooh. Yeah, 15-40. David Goffin serving at 4-5. Trouble. Forehand Dan. Holger's gonna get there, but only for the Dan Evans overhead's not very good. Still in this point, Holger, but goes wide a bit on that forehand. Advantage Evans holding on in this service game. After this game, if he holds here, I'll try and cover the end of that Davidic Fekina. Last couple of points. Dan Evans can't find a first serve. Game point. Oh, nice return. Rune crunches that forehand. on the second serve. Really does slap return winner that. Fritz, wow. 3 breaks in a row to start the 4th set. Fritz up a break again at 2-1. Second serve for Dan Evans. Backhand. Rune to backhand slice Dan Evans. Forehand Rune. Forehand Dan Evans. Having to do a lot of defending early here. Holger Rune has break point again. Advantage Holger Rune. Return is long from Rune. I think it's long. Yeah. Hey, don't say that, Joe. Don't say that. Still time. Ooh, next return's just long as well. Did Bolter lose yet? Maybe she did. Forehand Dan. Can't handle that power through the middle. Back to deuce. Harry Dart lost. Bolter's not played yet against Badosa, but it's not exactly a great promising match. Do they speed up the start of the championship if 2 teams sweep? I don't know. What I don't know. Back to advantage Evans as the return goes into the net. Let's see, did Dan Evans lose David Goffin lose the first set he has? Shakina struggling to get over the line at serving at 6-5 in the 4th. Never simple, those kind of scores, but backhand slice, forehand, backhand slice, forehand Rune. It's just not quite deep enough. These slices not cutting enough from Dan Evans. Rune advancing, and that's the thing. Against an aggressive player, slice can only do so much. 8-minute game, back to deuce. And Nori, Murray, Draper, and Dan Evans is the only one left, I guess, right? Dan Evans and Bolter, the only Brits left. It might be a clean sweep. You're right, Joe. Ooh, slice into the net. Dan Evans just trying to G himself up to get over the line. There's Patrick Muratoglu, the dirty dog, in the box there. Oh, great return on the first serve, Holger Rune. Return winner. It's just relentless, this returning from the Dane. Yeah, Dart as well, yeah. I think Holger Rune does have more weapons. Has been a dodgy clay season for both of them, really, though. but I don't think Dan Evans is playing good enough tennis to kind of, to really challenge Rune over best of 5. I don't know. What do we think? Badosa, Garcia, Krejcikova, Pliskova, they won't ever be top competition? Big sweeping statements, Marcus, especially people like Badosa, Garcia are relatively young. I don't even Krejcikova, I would not, count them out of anything. Forehand, forehand Rune, forehand Dan Evans, backhand Rune, break point, forehand Dan Evans, backhand Rune, forehand Dan Evans, forehand Rune, forehand Dan Evans, backhand Rune, backhand slice Dan Evans, drop shot, Rune's there, it misses the forehands. Well, Kvitsova is only not playing this year because she's pregnant. And, yeah, I don't know. Halep just came back. People are just so quick to just write off anyone. Just send them to the fire. Back to deuce. Kvitova literally won titles last year. Uh, won Berlin, won Miami. She won a 1,000 and a 500 last year, and all of a sudden, yeah, just kill her off. It's not worth it. Dan Evans gets the hold. Saves some break points. ADF complete brain fart. Set it perfect for inside it 4-1 winner. Instead goes for shock and drop shot. Now Shank's forehand's broken. At least he's 4-love up in the tiebreak. I just had to do something quickly. I'll be back in a jiffy. Give me 3 seconds. So Holger Rune is serving at 1-2. First serve doesn't come back. We live in hope. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. Definitely a tall task. Can Dan Evans get a set? I think you'd have to get one of the first 2 sets, to be honest. Ooh, not very good from Rune. Trying to be a bit too cheeky, and Dan Evans calls him out. Tries to slice up the line, but Dan Evans there to put the volley away. Not sure what he's doing there. Holger Good second serve from Rune. Doesn't come back as well. 30-15. Yeah, and Davidis has 5 match points now. All but done. Fritz up 5-1 as well. Definitely in control. That Kruger Korpach one's going all the way. Random directions. Kruger's serving to the match, but she's down break point at 6-5. All sorts going on. Nice overhead from Dan Evans. Put away for 30 all. Chance here to get a break point, maybe. Second serve as well. Good second serve. The last point. Forehands. 4-1 Rune. Backhand Dan Evans. It's just wild there for 40-30. Can't believe it. Zirishakina gets the match won in 4. Almost made a mess of it, but not quite. Minar takes a 2-1 lead as well. As Rune puts the forehand away for 2-all. Paige Stearns is American. Welcome, Ghost. Welcome, welcome. Ashlyn Kruger got herself into third set breaker now after getting broken at 6-5. Ashlyn keys up a double break on Zarazua. Struff serving for the first set against Burchaga. Fritz has 2 match points against Federico Coria for 4-set win. Breistic in the 4th. See, can he get that match won? Not the first match point. He'll be back. Dan Evans serve and volley. Backhand doesn't come back in. Remind every year how much I dislike clay. What did clay do? Clay's a good surface. Clay shows the complexities of tennis like no other. Anyone can win a point on clay. Backhand. Dan Evans, backhand slice. Forehand lob from Rune. Overhead put away from Dan Evans. Come on. Good finish. Definitely more comfortable service hold than the last game where it went 12 minutes. Boom. Nicely put away there from Dan. Ooh. Adrian Manarino up an early break on clay. You saw that coming. Backhand slice. Backhand of Rune's long, and Dan Evans takes a 3-2 lead on serve going to the next changeover. Sure, he'll take that. Mariana Navone, by the way, up a double break on Karanya Busta in the 4th set. So looking like he's going to get first slam win on slam debut as a seed. Such an amazing story that for the Argentine. Yeah, it's just crazy. I think Fritz has got the job done over Coria. Fearful and weak. Is that what you'd call Rafa? I wouldn't. Struff gets the first set over Burchaga. 6-3, very quick there from Jan-Lennart Struff. Now Rune serving at 2-3. It's still a power-based game, even on clay. It's just intelligent power, isn't it? It's placement. You can't hit power with no placement on clay and get away with it, really, because people can defend their way out of that. Nice backhand from Dan Evans. Finally a decent one on the backhand. He's missed about 4 or 5 of them. Lovely strike up the line. With margin as well for love 15. In my prediction, an optimistic Rune in 4, maybe, is my prediction here. I think Dan Evans can scrape a set somewhere, but I think Holger is going to get over the line eventually. Compel the worst. You think that lowly of defensive tennis, is that what it is? Good first serve from Rune, doesn't come back. Backhand now. Too big from Rune on the third ball. Even again at 3-0. Kruger Korpatch, by the way, 4-all on that third set. Tiebreaker, super tiebreaker. Ooh, call the fault very late. Dan Evans agrees. Okay. Second serve, 3-0. Half an hour gone through 6 games. Not exactly the fastest pace yet. Backhand slice. Dan Evans, forehand Rune. Backhand slice, Dan Evans. Backhand Rune. Backhand slice, Dan Evans. Forehand volley. He's missed it. Lots of time on that volley. Pulled it long. Surprised by that. It's a bit below the belt, Sean. First serve wide from Dan. Nice backhand from Rune. Doesn't come back. 15-0. Nice backhand up the line. Nice. Come forward from Dan Evans. Making it tricky in the pass for Rune. 30-15. First serve is out from Dan. Second serve. Rune can't get the return back. 40-15 Dan. Apart from Rafa. Makes Rafa better. Forehands. Forehand Dan. Backhand Rune. Backhand slice Dan. Forehand Rune. Backhand slice Dan. It's wicked slice. Backhand slice deep to the backhand slice Rune. Backhand slice Dan Evans. Forehand Rune. Forehand Dan Evans. Forehand Rune. Backhand slice Dan. Rune trying to come forward, but just slices it. Backhand Rune. Backhand slice. You can't get it back, Dan Evans. Rune did well there in that slice battle. Dan Evans just didn't have enough direction. Ended up in a tough position. Longest rally there. Good effort from Rune holding in to that backhand slice. I mean, some people can get impatient. Rune has been impatient loads of times in rallies like that. Not sure why Evans is pausing. Oh, there's a bird. There's a bird in the stadium. The roof's been closed and there's a bird that's found its way in. That'll be it. Forehands. Oh, great attacking tennis from Evans. Bit of distraction there. A bird just 30 feet or whatever above the players. Does well there, Dan Evans. Refocuses serve forehand winner. Yeah, a couple birds actually. Couple birds have found their way into the Suzanne Longlen stadium court. Get them out of there. Dan Evans in disbelief. He can't believe that the Hey Snail, welcome. How are you doing? Oh, wow. Mariano Navone. Fourth set bagel over Carreño Busta to win his first ever match at a Grand Slam on Grand Slam debut. Fair enough. Yamamu Narpa on a break in the fourth set over Batista Agut. Kabali up a double break on Medjedovic, but break points for Medjedovic 4-1. Ashlyn Kruger, Korpach still getting stuck in. Korpach serving at 7-8 in that third set breaker. Madison Keys up 5-1. Yeah, that's the tails of the tape so far. I look like Pedri. I'll take that. Does that mean I'm tired or does that mean I'm good at football? One of the two. Second serve ace, I think, from Rune. Goes big. What do you think, guys? Do we think we're going to get a tie break this set or not? Tie break or no tie break? T or N in the chat. That's what you got to do. T or N. Just Iggy winning Wimbledon unless the stars align. Let alone two. Well, very young. got time yet to be all right on grass. Movement there is not good yet, obviously. Serve's not as good, which hurts her on the grass. Well, by results, she is better than Osaka on grass. Nice forehand winner from Dan Evans, 40-15, but get the winner stats up. Yeah, let's hold our horses on no Wimbledon's ever for Swiatek. Made the quarters last year, and we're supposed to say she'll never win it. Can definitely. I mean, that's a bit of a big statement to make, I think. Because who's exactly hoovering up the Wimbledons right now? There's no one dominating them. They're being shared around from what I see. Nice drop shot from Holger Rune. And he holds for 4-0. Maddie did make the semis Wimbledon. I don't know. Win on grass in general on grass or at Wimbledon? I don't think Snell was being negative on Rafa. He was just saying it takes some time when it's not your favorite surface. Oh, lob. Yeah, and taking it apart there though. Holger Rune love 15. I'm Why is everyone taking what I say negatively? I'm saying shared around as in no one's dominating Wimbledon right now. So I'm saying that let's not count out Swiatek when she hasn't won it in 2 years of being world number one a lot of the time. Backhand. Forehand, Dan Evans. Backhand slice. Backhand slice approach, Dan Evans. It's in. Volley put away. Nicely done. 50-0. Yeah. I'm saying you're not the one. I'm defending you. I'm talking to MJ when I was saying he's not being negative. Let first serve for Dan. Serve and volley. He was going for 15-0. Get back onto the match. Big moments here at 4-0. You feel like it's the set that Dan Evans has clung on to. He's still in it. He's got to give himself a chance to win it. Backhand slice. Backhand. One of Dan Evans. One Rune. Backhand slice. Dan Evans just dropping it short. Rune controlling with the forehand. Another forehand to the backhand. Dan Evans slice. Dan Evans having to do a lot of defending. That's not very good from Rune. Now backhand to backhand. Drive backhand is just not holding up. But Rune misses wide. Dan Evans shrugs his shoulders. He didn't do much in that rally. Balls were pretty short. Drive backhands from Dan, but Rune missed wide. Backhand slice. Long from Dan Evans. He's annoyed at himself. He doesn't miss the slice too often. Big moment like this. Gonna be hard. David Goffin does break to serve for the second set over Perikar. 5-4. Let first serve for Dan Evans at 30-0. Massive point here. Serving volley, and Dan Evans on the stretch can't get the volley in. Prides himself on the net. That's poor, and it's break point Rune. 4-0 to serve for this first set. You see, not been too much emotion so far in the match from Rune, but a little bit of reaction there as he got to break point, and oh, that's a big out call on the first serve. Dan Evans having a look. Just out. Yeah, more than a bit just out. Backhand slice. Oh, drop shot. Dan Evans. Rune's there. Vault. No. Oh, he just got his racket all wrong there. Hit the ball twice. Dan Evans. Nightmare. Break point down to do that. Holger Rune will serve for the first set at 5-4. Dan Evans held serve 4 times. Just couldn't hold a fifth. And Rune's 1 game away from a 1-set lead. Let's be cordial to each other, guys. Let's not let's calm it down. Goffin has 3 set points for 5-4. And there it is. David Goffin. A set apiece. I think he does get a lot of love in Paris. Speaks French, I think. So set piece against Perikar. Munar double break up on Bautista Agut 4-love. Zappieri serving at 2-4 against Manarino first set. Darderi up a break love 3 on Hijikata. Popper and Kokonakis just getting started 1-0. Kabali up 2 sets to love on Medjedovic 6-2, 6-3. Struve has a break point up a set on Burchaga. He's got the break up 2-1 serving. Not sure who's got the win in that Kruger match. Let me have a look at that. Ashlyn Kruger. That third set, epic. 9-11. Sorry, 11-9 to Korpatch in the end against Ashlyn Kruger. What a battle there. From down a set. Volley. Another volley. Can Rune get there? He can't. 15-0. Good point. About the recurring injuries. Well, let's just wait on that. Nice volley there. 15-0. Rune 3 points away. Yeah, Joe, it's not very nice, is it? This match has been pretty tame so far. They're both intense. They just kind of want to Play the match. Competitive match. Forehands. Forehand Dan. Forehand Holger. Backhand Dan. Stream's frozen. One Holger. Backhand slice approach. Backhand pass goes wide from Holger. Just off the net tape. Why wouldn't they be if they're so rich? Please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, by the way, guys. QualityShot tennis. Bit more than passion. Gosh, Ghost. Calm down. Someone who's calling everyone else soft. You definitely voicing some paragraphs here. Return serve from Holger Rune at 15:30. Backhand. Backhand Rune. Backhand lob. Overhead Rune. Backhand volley Rune. Backhand lob. Overhead taken out by Rune. Now it's me. Okay. Now it's me that's getting it. Good stuff. Set point Holger. And he does get the set one. 48 minutes. The break in the 9th game. Serving out 5-4. 15:30 down. Wins 3 points in a row to hold serve. Other matches going on. Munar, game away from the match against Bautista Agut. David Goffin up a break on Pericard. 1-love. Manarino still up a break on Zeppieri 4-3. Darderi serving 3-1, 15:30. Hijikata getting back into that one. Burchaga has break point on Struth in the second set. But Carbes Baena and Lestien getting started. Winner of that plays winner of Djokovic Urber. Madison Keys won that first set 6-3 over Veradua. And Dreva up an early break on Backtest. Navarro up an early break on Sonmez. Dan Evans serving first, start of the second set. I feel like it's a pretty much must-win set for Dan Evans. Bye, Ghost. Hopefully you can join us later once you've had some time to collect your thoughts. Forehand, backhand pass. Well struck from Rune. Wins the first point in the second set. First serve into the net from Dan Evans. Double fault from Dan Evans. Love 30. It's not how you want to start the second set. Giving an immediate break, but chance for Rune here. I remember that. They kinda almost kissed. It was a very strange moment, that, touchdown, stare. It was after a draw as well. After a draw, Chelsea Spurs. Such a weird moment. Was there a VAR thing that happened? I don't even remember. Slice, Dan Evans, another slice. Backhand Rune. Forehand Dan Evans, backhand Rune. Backhand slice Dan Evans. Backhand Rune. Backhand Dan Evans. Backhand Rune. Backhand slice Dan Evans. Forehand Rune. Forehand lob. High backhand. Nicely put away from Rune. Evans just couldn't defend anymore. Just the difference in solidity on the backhand side. Only so much depth Evans can find on the drive backhand. Not much Cedric, just a uh, few bits of spats and things. Forehand Dan Evans, forehand Rune. 3 break points, but doesn't take the first one. 15-40. And Jakarta back on serve against Darderi. From Dan Evans. Save the second break point. Forehand. Backhand. Forehand Dan Evans. Forehand Rune. Backhand slice Dan Evans. Forehand Rune. Backhand Dan Evans. Can he keep enough depth? It's just he's not keeping control against Rune here. There, back to neutrals. I don't know. Is it gonna work? It does work. I thought the approach was just a bit too down the middle. The volley was gonna be tough, but Dan Evans, nice volley, closing it off. Just kinda sliced down the middle, deep. Had to get low for that. Very well done from Dan Evans to save all 3 break points. Love 40 down. Looking more and more like a must-hold game. There are some people that are not chill though, like a De Zerbi or some people are just kind of angry short men and things. Most people are just kind of the angriest they'll be is in a press conference, like, "Oh, VAR did us wrong," whatever. But they won't even. There's no fury. There's no touchline battles like the Mourinho Wenger's back in the day. That was intense. Dan Evans misses the ball toss. Second serve here. Advantage. Forehand Dan Evans. Forehand Rune. Forehand Dan Evans. Backhand Rune. Backhand slice. Dan Evans just can't quite get that over. Arnie's slot. He seems just a nice guy. I can't even imagine him arguing with anyone, to be honest. Seems like the kind of guy he'd be too polite to return his food if it was freezing cold at the restaurant or something. I don't think he is going to be in many touch. Maybe. I've not really watched much Dutch football. No. Nice footwork from Dan Evans on that dead ball volley to the ball boy. Ooh, third ball. Dan Evans misses the forehand, and Rune has a fourth chance in this game. That's what I think, yeah. Who knows? Maybe Slot's just like a madman. We've seen some mad bald men in football before. He would not be the first. Backhand volley, backhand pass. He can't make it, Rune. So 4 break points saved in this game. Looks like Mariano Navone's got the match won against Karenu Busta. Davigofan up an early break. Third set over Perikar. Maybe the experience coming through there a bit. Struff up an early break on Berchaga in the second set. Navarro has got the first set over Sonmez, the Turk. Then you've got Ten Hag, who's a complete wet blanket. So it definitely depends on the Dutch manager, doesn't it? Depends on the guy. It just seems like such a strange person, Ten Hag. Second serve. Backhand Rune, forehand Dan Evans. In behind. The hold serve. What a weird game that was. 4 break points saved. Holds on. 8 minutes. Dan Evans, you thought the momentum against him. That's it. Love 40 down. He's getting broken, but not so fast. Does well on a few points. An ace at 1540 as well. There's Dan Evans' girlfriend. I see 115 is a very specific number, Cedric. Why would he use that number in particular? Why would you? Struff has break points for a double break now. Nice to see Struff making a bit of a run. Which part of the draw is he in? My question. Potentially playing. I mean, Demonor being his seed. Well, I guess Bublik, but Demonor being the highest seed up until the third round is pretty. Medvedev being the quarterfinal, being the fourth round. Sorry, Struff could make a run here. I think he could beat Barrera Bublik. Barrera, tricky, solid French player, but I quite like Struff to make a run if he gets through here pretty simply. Rune overhead, put away for 30 love. Surely he was really happy because he kept his job, basically just because of that FA Cup win, right? Backhand block return, backhand Rune, backhand slice. Dano, Evo, sorry. Rune gets the volley. Dan Evans puts the forehand pass past him. 30-15. Rune normally does well here. Was it quarterfinals last year and the year before? Is Dan Evans really gonna put up much fight? I mean, is Rune I think Rune does too much right, to be honest. He's too big for Dan Evans. a lot of the time. Ooh. Ooh, bit of celebration from Dan Evans. Keeps it muted, but a couple fist pumps after the double fault from Holger Rune. Better hope he didn't see that, the Dane, because that might fire him up even more. Good return from Dan Evans. He's got a break point of his own now. Oh my gosh. Ridiculous pickup from Mannarino. He's 2 points away from the first set over Zeppieri. Insane half volley pickup coming forward. Oh my gosh. The backspin on that is just absurd. That's going to be one of the shots of the day. A guy that really does not like clay. That is gorgeous. Dan Evans pass. Oh, he just couldn't find the forehand. Rune saves the break point. Heard why Pep could be leaving at the end of the 2024-5 season. I think it's the end of his contract. Who knows what he wants to do? He said in the past he might want to manage England, which would be really strange. That would be weird. Return doesn't even hit the net. Serve straight through Evans' forehand there, Rune. And Mannarino pretty comfortable 6-4 set. No dramas. Held to love at 5-4. As Rune holds for 1-0. Struff has set point at 5-2. Ace on set point for a 2-set lead. Very comfortable. I know this is a guy that no one's really heard of. He doesn't even have a Wikipedia. 22. This is his slam debut, but still very comfortable stuff from Struff. A guy who won his first title this year as well. Probably playing his best tennis ever. Would you guys agree? Struff playing his best tennis ever. Maybe last year in Madrid as well was pretty good. Dan Evans bounces the ball on his foot by accident. Oh gosh. 15 love. Better not get a time violation for that. That would suck. Oh, is Rune talking to the umpire about getting Dano time violation? Slice, forehand Rune, backhand slice Dan Evans, forehand Rune, forehand Dan Evans, backhand Rune, forehand Dan Evans, volley Rune, Dan Evans backhand pass. Very well done. Slid into that very well. Ooh, that could be just to avoid the jeopardy. Um, I think it is also the end of his contract. First serve out from Evo. Popping up an early break on Kokonakis, by the way. At 3-2 as Rune puts the backhand return into the net. For base Spain, I still have a break on Lastien. Lastien serving 2-4. First serve into the net from Dano. I think this is the longest he's ever spent at a club as well, though. So he probably wants something new. Go to somewhere else massive. Stroofy. Well, the David Goff fans turned the match around from a set down. He's now up a break in the third set, a set apiece. Just young French talent. He won his first title in Lyon last week. What does he have? What kind of metal does he have? He's got a big serve, a massive game. Oh, very nice begun from David Goff fan. Casual little drop shot, volley put away when Pericard gets the net. Just beautiful tennis. David Goffin at full flow is just beautiful to watch. Kind of like a Fabio Fognini in a way, just so he doesn't put much effort into his ground strokes. He's just so clean with all of them. It's left 30 as well, so double break on the horizon maybe. First serve, Rune, the backhand. Backhand slice down Evans. Forehand Rune. Backhand pass. Yeah, from where he was, couldn't do much there except force Rune to play the volley, which he did successfully for a winner. Good forehand from Rune. Dan Evans way off court on the one-hander. Very little he can do there. Could go for a massive backhand up the line, but percentages, you force the volley, you lose the point, you lose the point. Ooh, whoa. Nice ace from Rune hitting the shoulder of the line umpire. Shoulder pads them, right? Got to. Protect yourself on those tee serves. Backhand. Forehand from Evo. Ooh, just about keeps that in, Rune. Backhand, he sneaks in, Dan Evans, but it's a bad volley. Missed it long. No one was expecting that sneak forward, but didn't pay dividends in the end. 40 love. And 2 break points for David Goffin for the double break in that third set. Rune on the precipice of 2-0. Backhand return to the net. It is 2-0. Who's like a belly dan? Yeah, David Goffin. I guess so. Very light on his feet. Just moves around the tennis like people like Federer as well. Just so comfortable in the tennis court. There's no unnecessary anything. Just feathery, almost. Oh, overhead's not good. Overhead's not good from Dan Evans. Rune was waiting. Love 15. Use again. And he just played percentages cross court. He didn't see Rune was there. Love 15. That might hurt. It might cause him pain in this game. First service game was tricky. This could be trickier. Probably not trickier, considering his love 40 down, but could be love 40 down again. Love 30. Missed drop shot into the net. Wow. Whoa, what the heck? Some massive bug flew at me. What in hell? What? Oh my gosh. This thing was like this size or something. It was huge. Just flew at my arm. Backhand. Forehand. Dan Evans. Backhand Rune. Forehand Dan Evans. His long 2 break points for Holger. Ugh. Most probably. I don't want the moths on me, Joe. I'm not Clara Starling. I'm not the poster. I'm not Silence of the Lambs. I don't want that. Clarice. Forehands. Rune there. Another overhead. Can he put this away? He can. Saves the first break point. Normally okay on overheads, Dan Evans. He's had a couple bad ones today. That was more convincing. Put that away with fury. Not talking Tyson. Second break point. There's Holger and his mother there. Or serve out from Dan, though. Backhand. Backhand slice Dan. Backhand Rune. Is he going to come forward? No, he's not. Drive backhand. Backhand Rune. Backhand slice. Backhand Rune coming forward. Backhand pass. Volley. Forehand lob. Oh! Must have been just long. Thought he got a good hold of it there, but missed the lob. Dan Evans, and it's the opening break of the second set for Rune. Breaks earlier than the first. Up 3-2 in this second set. Madison Keys, by the way, he points away from the match against Varadua. Varadua serving at 15 all 2-5. 15-30, sorry. And 15-40 now. Match points for Madison Keys, who won in, is it Strasbourg last week? I think some water bottles have spilled for Dan Evans. He's not very happy about it. No warning for audible obscenity there. But yeah. Nice backhand in the corner from Madison Keys. Straight swing. 6-3-2. Very comfortable to the next round at Roland Garros. Very, very comfortable. By the way, Pericard did hold serve, avoided the double break, but David Goffin up a break in that third set. Let's go, Holger. Let's go. A chant has started. Bad slice in that last point from Dan. Just pulled it long. Forehand Dan. Forehand Holger. Backhand slice Dan. Forehand of Holger. Backhand slice Dan. Just about in. The inside in. Proving too big for Dan Evans. 30 love Rune. halfway to creating a 2-game lead and gap in the second set. As Navarro gets the double break over Sonmez in the second set. First serve out from Rune. Backhands. Nice return from Dan. Slice. Volley. Good return from Dan. Very short. Ooh. I think the bird is getting lower and lower. Getting more and more ambitious. Almost attacked Dan Evans. Just flew past him when he was walking back to return. The pigeon's on the court. There we go. Get away from there. Come on. Who let the pigeon in? There must be a little gap or something hiding in the roof. Forehand pass. Oh, nicely played from Dan Evans. With pace to that forehand side. 30 all in this game. He's had a chance Wimbledon this year, but didn't put so much effort in the pre-grass tournaments. We need Rufus from Wimbledon. Who's Rufus? Is that a mascot or is he the Womble? Is he a Womble in Wimbledon? Is he an eagle? Did I read that right? Keys only lost to Iga twice in her previous two. Oh, so you're saying that that when she loses, she's only losing to the best player on clay. Okay, I get what you're saying completely. Sorry, I misinterpreted that. Yeah, Madison Keys can go on big runs. Made the semis, US Open. You're wrong not to be high on Madison Keys when she's playing well. Through to the second round to play Juan or Sharif. Second serve for Rune. Backhand for Juan Rune. Backhand slice for Juan Rune. Backhand drive to backhand Rune. Backhand slice for Juan Rune. Forehand. Oh, it's in from Dan. And he's apologizing. It wasn't a clean forehand. He saved the game point. And we're at deuce. Rufus is the kestrel that protects Wimbledon from pigeons. Wow, how did I not know this? I mean, fair enough. This is some knowledge I was not aware of. Fair enough. Get Rufus in. Maybe Le Rufus. Maybe name the kestrel after a former player. Maybe Joe Wilfred Songa or something. Return doesn't come back in, just landing deep at the baseline on that slice return. Advantage Rune. Yeah, she's not in the same half as Swiatek. Interested to see if she can keep her form against the likes of a Sharif, a Navarro, or someone in the third round. If she can kind of comfortably straight sets them all. I mean, I'm assuming Sabalenka will be there with a pretty cakewalk draw. Oh, drop shot from Rune is not amazing. The redrop, bit too predictable from Dan. 4-2 for Holger Rune. 4-2. Probably gonna see a lot of that pigeon on the Roland Garros social media. Stay tuned for that, guys. Either David Goffin getting the third set and did break after holding it 4-3, so he'll serve first. Start of the fourth. 3 hours exactly on the clock. Go David, says the crowd. Return in. Forehand Rune. Forehand Dan Evans. Forehand Rune. Backhand slice. Dan Evans with a backhand slice. Rune. Oh, net cord. Backhand Rune. Forehand Dan Evans. Backhand slice Rune. Forehand Dan Evans. Backhand Rune. Backhand slice Dan Evans. Backhand slice Rune. Forehand Dan Evans inside out. It's pretty good. Rune balanced. As always, puts away that forehand. Initial backhand there was great as well. This again. Inside out. I didn't think this was bad, but Rune got out wide quickly for a nice, clean backhand. Set up an easy forehand put away. Is that Richarlison? Oh, the pigeon. That's good. That's good. Not seen too many celebrities yet. Maybe they stay till they wait for the second week, the quarterfinals and such, where they show up. Sometimes, I think who did we see before? Event in Monaco, we saw some PSG players or someone. We saw Depay, I think, in the Madrid event. Some footballers do show up. Nice serve from Dan, trying to keep in touch in this set now. Keep himself just the one break behind, as Jan-Lennard Struff does win the match, straight set over Burruchaga. Less than an hour and a half long. That's efficiency. Look at that. 19-minute third set. Jan-Lennard, as Holger Rune destroys a forehand pass there. Yeah, Iker Casillas and Rune were there as well, yeah. Oh, inch perfect from the Dane. 7 of 11 net points won. Comes to net again, serve and volley, backhand pass, volley, put away from Dan. Make that 8 of 12. Nicely put away there. Active at the net. Popperin, by the way, serving for the first set over Kokkinakis. 5-4. Backhand. Forehand Dan. Backhand Rune. Is it? Been called out. Dan Evans doesn't need to point out the mark. Gets a hold there. That's so important. Important hold. It's 4-3 game. Give himself a chance to get back in this set. They're showing the pigeon fly past Dan Evans again. Rune was smiling. I mean, then the pigeon went to him before flying off into the distance. Everyone having a bit of a laugh about that. Dan Evans losing, but got to see the funny side when there's random birds just on court. What can you do? Talking of birds, Holger looks like he got a flock of seagulls on his head when he's got that cap off. There we go, back on. Right, get the cap back on. "37 minutes through this second set. Rune 2 games away from a 2-set lead." I think Kokkinakis wearing the same shorts he was in Bordeaux. Some really funky gold patterns on black shorts. Very fun. All these one color kinda outfits in tennis these days, you know? Oh, lob. Not quite. 15 love Rune. Rune always in control there. Wasn't the best overhead, but won the point. And the in behind percentages. Doesn't matter if it's a winner, as long as you win the point. Serves the backhand. Dan Evans doesn't come back. 30 love. Ooh. 15-0. That Popper and Kokkinakis 5-4 game. Rune misses the first serve. Gervais Baena has taken the first set 6-3 over Constant Lestien. I think Rune does double fault. First time in a while. Mira Andreeva up, setting a double break on Bektas. Rani up, double break on Schmidlova in that first set. Hey, Minora, welcome. Thought you're not going to stream it. Stream which one? There's Dan Evans Rune match. Slice long from Dan Evans. I think you might have misheard me. I said I was definitely doing this. Maybe the Djokovic one, maybe not. Looking like it will be a maybe not because of the two overlapping. First serve off the net tape. 2 game points for 5-3. Backhand slice. 1 Rune. Backhand slice Dan Evans. 1 Rune. Backhand slice Dan Evans. 1 Rune. Backhand slice Dan Evans. Forehand Rune inside in. Forehand Dan Evans. Open court, but he doesn't quite go wide enough. Forehand Dan Evans. Backhand Rune. Forehand Dan Evans. Backhand Rune into the net. 40-30. Popperin gets the first set 1 over Kokkinakis. Who knows? You guys might be right. I believed in Kokkinakis. Popperin could get his first win over Tanasi. First serving is long, sorry. For Holger at 40-30. It was pretty chill. Only upset was Cerstea losing. Yeah, I have to have a look at the results. Slice to slice. Even then, it's blink of it. It's not that big of an upset, is it really? And the 28 seed as well. And Evans gets it back to Deuce from 40-15. All of a sudden, we have a return game. Just like that. High toss and forehand, says Patrick Mortoglu. Will it help? Will it hinder? First serve in the net. Second serve. Forehand, Dan Evans. Forehand, Rune. Backhand slice, Dan Evans. Can he get a chance in this game for a break point? Oh, has he made the backhand, Rune? He has, just about. Splitting the sideline there. Huge backhand to take on. Just kind of waiting for the out or in call. Oh, was it close? It was close. Trying to look at the matches here. Will they put one on Suzanne Longland after this? That's the question. This is the last match scheduled. Depending on how quickly Rune wraps it up, I guess. Backhand slice, Dan Evans. Forehand, Rune. Forehand, Dan Evans. Backhand, Rune. Backhand slice, Dan Evans. Backhand slice, Rune. Forehand, Dan Evans. Forehand, Rune. Forehand, Dan Evans. Backhand, Rune. Backhand slice, Dan Evans. Backhand slice, Rune into the net. Still in it, Dan Evans. Still in it. Backhand. Forehand of Rune. Forehand, Dan Evans on the run. Volley. Very, very well done by Rune. That's hands there. Hey, Jera, welcome. Speaking of Pegula Mukova back for eSport, and that's great to hear. Hate great players being injured. Just sucks. And I'm glad they're back pretty quickly. First serve out from Rune. Game point up. Backhand slice. Sorry, drop shot. Oh, net tape. Doesn't go the right way for Dan Evans, and Rune holds for 5-3. After 44 minutes, Dan Evans serving to stay in this second set. David Goffin up a break in the fourth. He lost the first set. Just been reeling off the set since then. In control in the fourth. And young Frenchman, he won his first title in Lyon. Probably not going to win his first round Roland Garros. But who knows? Just one break. Win that and then win the next set. But yeah. Technically, all the backhands Evans are slices. Most of them. Sometimes he pulls out a great backhand pass. Has Rune made that? He hasn't. He wants to know if it was far. Umpire says, yeah, it was very out. Come on. Ooh, serve out from Dan. Second serve. Rune comes forward. And can't make him play the volley. Dan Evans, 30-15. Had the potential to be low, hit the net tape, but gotta make it in. Doesn't connect well with that one, though, on the return. 40-15. Oh, great backhand from Perikar. Trying to keep himself alive. Big game here at 3-1 for Goffman. If he holds serve, then pretty much match one as Dan Evans holds, keep himself in the second set. Come on, Danielle, says someone in the crowd. Greek Sport, by the way, serving for the first set over Mackie McDonald's. Winner of that, I think, plays Zverev. Not sure. Let me see. The winner of Goffin Perikar plays Zverev. Ooh, tough task. Hope Goffin wins in 4 then. Give himself some energy for the second round. Winner of McDonald's Greek Sport is in that section, but plays the winner of Darderi Hichikata. Winner of this plays Kaboli or Medjedovic. Which Kaboli is trying to break back at 5-4 to keep himself in that third set, up 2 sets to love. Holger Rune stepping up to serve at 5-4. Ooh, break point for Perikar. Break point. Very excited atmosphere there. Frenchman versus the Belgian. It's pretty friendly for both guys. They like Goffin. Backhand slice. Juan Rune missed it. Lost 15. Dan Evans. But he was 15-30 up when Rune was serving for the first set. Doesn't matter about leads as long as they're not converted. Backhand slice. Backhand Rune. Forehand Dan Evans. He just can't get under the ball with the topspin. 50-0. Perikar does break back. Fair enough. Still in that match. On serve in the fourth set. Kaboli's broken back as well. On serve in the third. 5-all 30 love. Big serve from Rune. Pitch the forehand in behind for 30-15. 2 points away from a 2 sets to love lead. Over British number 2, 3, probably 2. 1. First serve out from Holger. Ichijima wraps up a straight sets win. Backhand slice. Forehand, Dan Evans backhand. Holger, is it long? Out call from the umpire. Going down to confirm. Is out. To 30 all. 30 in the last set as well. I think Dan Evans could get a break point, did he? Not sure. Moments here, big moments. Rune serving. Serves a let. Backhand just drops in. Forehand Rune. Forehand pass. So much open court, and he gets the break point chance he was looking for. Dan Evans been down a break for quite a few games now. Big chance for 5-all. Keep himself alive against two-time quarterfinalist here. Big moments. Big moments. Serve. Ooh, is that a let? Big let call. You just cannot block the return into the net, Dan. Anything but that. Give yourself a chance in the rally. Second serve. Breakpoint second serve. Does Rune go big? He's been known to be courageous. Oh! He goes big. Is it an ace? Wow, what a moment there. He goes massive on the second serve. And he gets the ace. What a risk. And it might pay off massively. Goodness sake. Dan Evans can't believe it. Back to deuce. Who serves an ace on a second serve breakpoint down? He's got to have been thinking, well, I probably do better. Oh, volley. Is Rune going to get there? He does. Dan Evans' volleys just weren't quite good enough, and Rune got up to that last one. Yeah, just high bouncing. An advantage set point, Holger Rune. Gets the return in. But Rune puts the forehand away. And it's 6-4, 6-4. Almost identical first sets. Rune grabs a 2-sets-to-love lead over Dan Evans. Hour and 45 minutes. I'll see you guys in a few minutes for this third set. Rune talking about toilet break. I need a toilet break as well. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye-bye. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Third set coming up. Back guy. Both guys back on court. Both guys both on court. For this third set. Another 6-4. It might be. Yeah, it's not been amazing this match so far. Monday night, right? Watch you say something. Yeah. 5 minutes is the last point. Can Dan Evans get a set? I said Dan Evans in 4. Sorry, Rune in 4. Oh, nice. Under the ball there for the drop shot. Remember, he got a set against Alcaraz. Was that US Open? He kind of fought back, Dan Evans. He got a third set against Alcaraz. Could he do something like that? Who knows? You'd have to be playing really good, wouldn't he? You'd have to be playing really good. He's not really playing peak Dan Evans level. Ooh, but the return... Sorry, the backhand's long from Rune. A US Open, he won that third set 6-4. I remember that. That was fun. Forehand to forehand. Forehand Dan Evans. Forehand Rune. Backhand slice Dan Evans. Bad drop shot. Really bad drop shot from Dan. 30-15. Slice just became an awful drop shot. He just really did not get the depth required at all. Going 3. What are you guys' predictions? Do you think Dan Evans will get the set? Rune to win straight? Do you think it'll be simple? Like a 6-3 or what do we think? All night long. Backhand. Backhand slice. Backhand Rune. Backhand slice Evans. Backhand Rune. Into the net. Nice hole to start for Dan Evans. He commands there. Trying to get himself pumped up. There's a taller chance at a comeback. He's got to hold serve pretty much every time. Djokovic match still waiting for that to start. I think Pierre-Hugues Herbert is serving first. In the warm-up there, so should be interesting. The 1 minute till that one gets started, so keep you guys informed how Djokovic does in the early stages. By the way, David Goffman's held serve, so game away from the match. He has to break at 4-5 to win it. Was up a break in that fourth set, but responded well to keep himself alive. As Rune loses the first point on serve. Mannarino expectedly the fallout on clay has responded now. Won the first set, realized I don't like clay. Lost the next set and first two games of the third. In a bit of trouble. Bad return from Dan, just goes wide. Djokovic's insanely good, isn't he? He is. Not this year, he's not. He unexpectedly, after winning 3 of the 4 biggest tournaments last year, he done pretty much nothing. Done pretty much nothing this year. Very surprising. Welcome, Katie. Just intrigued to see in this tournament if the Grand Slam Djokovic will show up, or if it's going to be the same Djokovic that's lost all the dodgy matches this year. Dodgy Djokovic or godlike Djokovic? Which one will it be? Almost anagrams of each other. Second serve, the forehands. Dan Evans just dumps it into the bottom of the net. So I just blow my nose there. Mother Joe, that's how he's known. They're known. 2 game points. Taken with an ace. Holger Rune 1-0. Dan Evans' first serve is long. Delay here in the stream. Stop freezing, stream. Come on. I'm gonna watch. Second serve. Backhand Rune. Forehand Dan Evans. Backhand Rune. Forehand Dan Evans. Backhand Rune. Cross court to the backhand Dan Evans. Just too big, that backhand. Forehand pass. Has he made it? He has. Dan Evans on the run finds the forehand pass. It's the kind of thing he has to do to beat any of these big players because he just doesn't have the firepower. He's got to find the clutch passes with them at the net. He's found another one there. Serves the backhand Rune. Backhand Dan Evans. Opens up in the backhand. Put away the forehand. Rune there with the lob. Ooh. Smiling there. A wry smile from Dan Evans. That was a complete mishit. Almost in the throat of the racket, that overhead, but gets away with it. Clunky finish. But it's a winner regardless. 30 love. Second serve. Backhand Rune, backhand Dan Evans. Forehand Rune is long. 40 love Dan Evans. I think he held up until his third service game where he got broken in the last set. Hoping to do at least that again. Forehands. Goes big and goes long. Holger Rune. Another hold for Dan Evans in this third set. Comeback starts now. David Goffin Pericard, by the way. Goffin a game away from the match. Pericard serving at 5-6. You hope for Goffin's sake that he could find a way through that in 4. Just energy-wise, he might not be able to complete the match against Zverev if he has to go to the 5th set. You feel? That's how I feel anyway. I wouldn't trust him in endurance match with Zverev. Second round, Zverev is fresh as well. I would doubt him very much. Streams keeps on freezing. Come on. Sarah Rani, by the way, got the first set over Schmidlova. Putin save it up. Is that a triple break over Sloane Stevens? Serving at 5-1. Fair enough. Sloane Stevens, former Roland Garros finalist as well in 2018. So, yeah, surprising demolishing happening in that first set, but as we know, things can swing. Come on. Stream's taking a bit of a walkabout. Holger Rune serving at 1-2. Forehand. Backhand pass from Dan Evans. Very well struck. 15-0. An ace, though, at 15-0. Comes 30-15. Don't think he's been broken this entire match. Holger Rune doesn't want to start now. He's leaving the forehand pass open. Dan Evans is playing all right now. He comes forward, volley, backhand pass though. Volley not good enough from Dan. 40-15. Nice strike on that backhand side. It's a gimme, but you gotta still hit the winner. Four hands. One down into the net. 2-all. 2-2. Duh. The first serve has been called out. Dan Evans thinks it's an ace, though. Just about not an ace. Saber Stevens plays Bolter or Badosa. Winner plays Saba. It's just a lose-lose for everyone. It's just, oh, well, we get out to the second round. We got to the third round. Oh, well. You know, it's a competition to lose to Sabalenka is pretty much what it is. Sabalenka breezed past Erika Andreeva earlier. Stream keeps on freezing. Come on. Come on, Dan. Get to the program. You love Dan Evans at 2-0. Not many people in the crowd, to be honest. Pretty high-profile match. Tickets must be expensive. Backhand. The backhand drive is long, though. 30-15. Nice return from Rune. Dan Evans drops it short. Holger Rune. Nice redrop for the winner. Very nice getting under that. For 30-0. Drop shot winners 2 to Evans 0. Comes in off the forehand. Volley. Oh, looks a bit heavy-handed. Wins the second volley. Knowed himself for the first volley, but you gotta win the point. Yemin Munar, by the way, 4-set win over Batista Agut. We'll play Demonor. Second round. Demonor, someone who speaks more Spanish than a lot of people in the draw, surprisingly. You know his background as Dan Evans holds for 3-2. A roar of relief there from Dan. Keeps himself in in the match. See if they played well against Rybakina recently. I can't remember where. Trying to find. Okay, Rybakina. Yeah, 3-set win. Tricky in Madrid in the quarterfinals for Elena. Kuntsev was up a set and fighting. Playing very hard. So, yeah, did push Rybakina deep. And, let's see. Could there be a rematch of that? Kuntsev would have to get out of that Sabalenka section. And it'd have to be Rybakina in the semis. So, very unlikely. Could happen, though. Backhand. One Rune. Backhand lob. Overhead taken out by the Dane. Forehand to forehand. So big miss hit from Holger Rune. First serve out. Backhand. And Rune misses the next backhand for 15-30. All of a sudden. Stream's freezing a whole lot. Serves to the backhand, Dan Evans. It's a let. Rune complaining about something. Wow, Perikar has taken us to a fifth. Zverev will love that. You'll play someone exhausted in the second round. There you go. Zverev's draw gets easier. Forehand. Oh, big miss hit. Massive miss hit from Rune on that forehand. It's 2 break points for Dan Evans. Forward violation, racket abuse, Rune. Just hit the ground once. And then he fixed the Oh, is he giving a point penalty? He's giving a point penalty. Did he even give I don't think he hit his racket against anything before. It's a warning and then a penalty, right? He's saying that if the court's damaged, and that's why we're giving me the point penalty, then let's pause and fix the court. I don't It's a warning, right? There's no way it's just okay. I'm glad it's not the point, 'cause it should be a warning. Ace to save the first break point. Holger's fired up now. Umpire shouldn't have done that. I think you could probably let that slide. It was just slight racket fall, kind of wasn't excessive at all. One shank and one, I don't know. You could let that slide maybe if you're the umpire, I think. But he misses the next forehand. Dan Evans has broken for 4-2 in this third set. Finally breaks the Rune serve. So unnecessary, says Rune, in terms of the call. I think the call's affected him. Same time, he's shanking forehands. That's his own fault. He's not gonna be happy. Yeah. 4-2, Dan Evans. Big moments here. If Dan Evans could take a 5-2 lead, all of a sudden he's favorite for this third set. Start a little comeback, perhaps. At least get a set on the board. Restore some dignity. Has to not get embroiled, though, in what Rune's doing. Focus on his own tennis. He's double faults. 50-0. He's giving Rune chances still. Way back in. Tries to control it on his foot. That dead ball second serve. Just, you can't double fault when your opponent's down like that. Forehand, backhand, Rune. Backhand slice, Dan Evans. Forehand, Rune. Forehand, Dan Evans. Oh, he's missed it. Umpire's down. It's in. Oh, Rune's not going to be happy. Crowd getting involved. Is it a replay? It's got to be a replay, right? Rune, he's trying to control himself with this umpire. He's trying to kind of spell it out to him. Dan Evans trying to resolve things, just saying, let's just play. For me, he shouldn't try and get involved, but he's doing the sporting thing, I think. 15-0, Dan Evans. Hey, Max joining in. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Been a bit of a dispute. Rune got a warning for racket abuse and he did not like it. Now Dan Evans got the break in this third set. And Rune's fired up completely. Huge forehand winner from Rune. 15-30. Big game this. Massive game. 15th winner of the match on the forehand side. Backhand to backhand slice. It's in. Forehand Rune. Forehand Dan Evans. Oh, he's just not playing well in this big service game. Few too many errors. See the disappointment. Break back points for Holger Rune. Forehand, backhand slice. Rune coming forward. Volley. And Rune puts away the volley. He wants to hear the crowd. He's back in it. Back on serve. Ooh, Dan Evans. He's saying that the umpire. Dan Evans is saying the umpire was just playing into Rune's antics, and they're having a conversation on his serve, distracting him. And Dan Evans is saying that there's no need for explanation. He'd rather just lose the point or whatever than how long it took for everything to be resolved. Not happy. Not happy at all. Dan Evans, he's got to keep his head in it. This is the thing with Holger, and there's always going to be something. So it's not happened the first 2 sets. You can't let yourself get sucked in. Rune loves this kind of thing. So, not helping himself, Dan Evans. Good return there. Love 15. He shouldn't have got himself embroiled in it, to be honest. He does have a right to complain. Rune taking forever. It's the server's there waiting to serve, and Rune's complaining for 3 minutes about 1 point, you know? That's an awful backhand return from Dan Evans, just floating off that backhand. Backhand slice. Djokovic up a break on Herbert. Greek Sport, 2 points away from a 2 sets lead over Mackie McDonald's. Hey, MJ, welcome. I'm not sure who's doing Djokovic, to be honest, as Dan Evans misses the forehand return. Base Baena has 3 set points for a 2 set lead over Lestien. Kaboli serving for the match against Medjedovic at 5-2 in the 4th set. Putin save up a double break in the 2nd over Sloane Stevens. Backhand. Drops it low, Dan Evans. Can he find a good forehand? Now the backhand, Dan Evans drives the forehand, Rune. Forehand, Dan Evans. Forehand, Rune. Into the net. 30-all. You imagine there's going to be some intense reactions in the next couple minutes. I don't think anyone's doing Djokovic, MJ. Sadly, I already signed up for this one. I was hoping it was going to be finishing before the Djokovic match. I might be able to cover both of them, but didn't turn out to be the case. Good serve from Rune at 30-all. Big serve. Chance for 4-all to put Dan Evans under pressure, serving at 4-all like he was in the first set, where he got broken. Forehand Rune. Forehand Dan Evans. Backhand Rune. Backhand slice Dan Evans. Forehand Rune. The backhand slice Dan Evans. Forehand Rune. Backhand slice, Dan Evans. Backhand Rune into the net. Fist pump from Dan Evans, back to deuce. Greek Sport takes that 2-set lead. Baena takes that 2-set lead. Dan really choked. I don't think so. Oh, backhand return's not very good at deuce, though. It's so hard when your opponent's just muttering away for minutes at end. Welcome back, Ghost. That is a hindrance for me. Understand a bit of Spanish. Holger in a big LA as he holds serve there. 2 games in a row. Looks over to see Dan Evans' reaction. He wanted to send a message there. Yeah, it's an onslaught indeed. That's the best word for it, Joe. Best word for it. Broke her like 5 times or something. Just insane. Big service game here at 4-all. Could be the end for Dan Evans, or it could be the first step to a turning point. Forehands. Backhand slice. Backhand slice, Rune. Forehand, Dan Evans. Just about in. Forehand put away. Rune's there. Top overhead. He has to play another volley. Oh, he's put it into the net. Oh, Dan Evans. What are you doing, Dan? See his frustration. Love 15. That was it. The overhead just was tricky, but right into Rune's backhand. Didn't make him run. And now a second serve. Gotta be so annoyed. Ooh, second serve return into the net from Rune. 15-0. Panko in the same half as Saba and Reba. I think Panko, if she wins all her matches, will face Fiontek potentially in the semis. Same quarter as Jabeur and Goff, Samsonova and other people. Garcia, Kenin, Leila Fernandez. Forehands of Dan Evans. Backhand Rune. Backhand slice, Dan Evans. Forehand Rune inside out to the backhand. Dan Evans clips the net. Forehand put away. Dan Evans is there. But the volley's too easy. $15-30. Yeah, not a nice volley. Forehands went big. Dan Evans. Will he go big again? Inside into the forehand. Rune, he will. He gets his reward for 30-0. Courageous couple forehands from Dan. Putting everything into them. 30-0. Huge point. I think he lost this point in the first set. The 4-all 30-0. Yeah, Putin is a very good player. A lot of weapons. Double fault at 30 all. You just cannot double fault in the big moments. Dan Evans, that's a shocker. The shocker from Dan Evans, who gives breakpoint opportunity to Holger Rune. Missed the first serve as well at breakpoint. This would really hurt him. I would not be surprised to see the ball go into the air. Backhand pass, volley, forehand pass. He puts it away. Dan Evans up a break in this third set, loses 3 games in a row. He's let this slip. Dan Evans a chance to get a set on the board. Holger Rune will serve for 3-6-4 sets. The volley it was a tricky volley. He couldn't really do much more. The forehand pass was put away so quickly. Ah. Dan Evans having some words with the umpire again. Bolter's the last hope. Yeah. Don't know about that. Don't know about that. So, just getting started. That match. Kabali, by the way, taking forever to get over the line against Medvedev. She was up serving for it at one point. More match points now. Dear, oh dear. Holger Rune, 2.5 hours to the match, serving for it. The chair umpire essentially engaged with Rune when Rune disagreed with an out call, but he disagreed for like 4 minutes during a very important service game. And Dan Evans feels hard done by because essentially just completely disrupted his serve just after he broke. That's the beef, pretty much. He feels that the umpire should be experienced enough not to have to deal with Rune's kind of petulance, essentially. Backhand, forehand of Evans, the backhand Rune. It's long, nice lead from Dan. 15-0. First point, a very wild backhand unforced error. This time coming to net. Doesn't get past. 15-0. First serve is wide. Second serve. Slice, return. Right in the corner. Rune can't find the backhand pass. 15-30, Dan Evans to keep himself in the match. Giving himself the chance. But when it's so disruptive, I can understand the frustration. And Rune is trying to you should have seen it. He was trying to give 5-minute lectures on tennis and everything to the umpire. It was so extreme. But in a passive aggressive manner. Backhand slice pass, volley. Nicely put away from Rune. 2 points away. Holger Rune from another second round in Paris. Serves 4-1 Dan Evans. 4-1 Rune. Just in. Good slice from Dan Evans. Can he find a good backhand? It's not that deep. And Rune finds the pass to find match point. Dan Evans looks dejected. Not been a good season this year. And it might continue to go against him. 5-13 on the year. First serve missed. 2.5 hours through the match. Second serve. Backhand Dan Evans. Oh, great slice return. Got to that so quickly. Very nicely taken. Just no way Rune's getting there. Saves the first match point. Djokovic is taking the first set over Herbert, by the way. Finally. Ace though from Rune for a second match point. He did win Washington. Patrick Mouratoglou piping up. Just dislike Mouratoglou so much. Match point number 2 coming up. Which is the first serve. So second serve again for Evo. Backhand return. Forehand Rune. Backhand. Cross court to the backhand Rune. Forehand Dan. Instead of the forehand Rune. Way behind the court. Forehand Dan. He's missed. Hit it. And that's the match one. Let's do the handshake here. Holger Rune in straight. Pretty cordial handshake. Shakes the umpire's hand as well. Holger Rune in straight. Not many issues before that third set. Just a professional kind of 3-set job there. And it's really not been an easy season for Holger. A lot of losses. Didn't defend many points on the clay. He go over the line in straights, and that's what he'll care about. That's what he'll care about. So, Holger, where is he in the draw? Will play Flavio Caboli in the second round. Just got the win there. So, straight sets win. He'll play the Italian. It's an interesting part of the draw. He could play Khachanov. I think Khachanov could be a good third round. If Khachanov holds his nerve against the Slovakian lucky loser in the second. So stay tuned for that third round. I think Rune should win the second round pretty easily. Thank you guys for joining me in this one. Rune wins in straight 6-4, 6-4, 6-4. Thanks, Ghost, Joe, Katie, Max, MJ, Cedric, Snail, Jera, everyone, Manor joining throughout. And see you guys tomorrow for more tennis action. Dan Evans, rough loss again. And let's for his sake, he'll be hoping he can pick it up in the grass. So, thank you guys for watching this one. See you tomorrow for more of the same. Bye-bye.